Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a look at a platform that's all about bringing order to the chaos of security operations. It's called CommandHub Solutions. Now, if you're in the security business, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Juggling people, locations, and incidents. It can feel like you're constantly just putting out fires.
So to really get what this platform is trying to solve, you have to start with the problem itself. And this question, well, it kind of hits right at the heart of it, doesn't it? It taps into that daily grind, that high-stakes juggle, where it feels like something is always about to go wrong.
And this is the big one. It seems so basic, but it's often the hardest question to answer with any real certainty. The source material really drives this home. Not knowing the real-time location of your team isn't just inefficient, it's a massive liability. It's a fundamental breakdown in accountability.
Then there's this pain point, the data. We've all seen it, right? Bad reports, reports that are missing key details, or worse, no reports at all. When your basic information is unreliable, how are you supposed to keep accurate records? Or, and this is the important part, how do you prove your value to your clients? Okay, so here's the diagnosis. And the key insight is that these things, the chaos, the missing people, the bad reports, they aren't actually separate issues. They're all just symptoms of one single underlying problem, a fragmented operation. You've got all these disconnected systems that are just bleeding time, money, and creating a ton of unnecessary risk.
Now, what's really fascinating here is who actually built this thing. It wasn't dreamed up by a tech company in a vacuum. Nope. It was forged by a team of security, law enforcement, and military veterans who live these problems day in and day out. They literally built the tool they wish they'd had when they were in the field.
And that brings us right to the core mission of the platform. It's not about adding another layer of complex software you have to learn. It's the opposite. It's about taking every single moving part of your business, from the guard on patrol to the invoice going out, and pulling it all together into one logical, simple system.
So how do they actually do it? Well, the whole platform is built on 3 core pillars. These are designed to cover every single aspect of a modern security business, from the moment you hire someone to the moment you bill for their work. So let's break them down.
First up, it basically acts as your entire HR department. You've got these really powerful scheduling tools to make sure you never, ever have a gap in coverage. There's a full-blown applicant tracking system to help you find and hire the best people. And get this, there's even an internal training academy to keep everyone's skills sharp and their certifications up to date.
All right, now for pillar number 2, the operational nerve center. This is where you get that real-time command and control. We're talking a computer-aided dispatch system, a CAD system, to get the right people to the right place right now. On top of that, a guard tour system to actually verify patrols are happening, and AI-assisted reporting to help you make sense of all the data coming in. It's the whole operational picture in one place. And this brings us to the final pillar, running the actual business. All the back office stuff. The platform automates those tedious but critical tasks, like creating invoices, and it gives you some really deep analytics on performance. And this part is huge. It integrates directly with the tools you're probably already using, like QuickBooks and ADP Payroll. No more double data entry. Of course, a system this big only works if it's actually useful for everyone, from the top down, and CommandHub really tailors its tools for each specific role. So, a standing guard. They just get what they need on their phone: site notes, tasks, report forms. A patrol officer gets a tactical map showing where all the other units are. And the dispatcher? They get that God's eye view of the entire operation.
But it doesn't just stop with your team. They built in a client portal, and this is a really critical feature. It completely changes the relationship you have with your clients by giving them this crazy level of transparency. They can log in, they can see the reports, they can track the guards on their property, and they can even submit service requests. It's an incredible tool for building trust. So, with all this functionality, the next logical question is, what's it cost? Let's take a look at the business case. The pricing model itself is pretty straightforward. It's anchored at a base price of $45 per user per month. No confusing tiers for the main features. Okay, but, and this is a big one, you have to know that there's a pretty significant initial investment. We're talking $4,300 in one-time fees before that monthly billing even kicks in. That's definitely a key thing to consider, especially if you're a smaller company or just starting out. But the model really rewards you for sticking around. As you can see, if you commit to an annual plan, you save 15%. Go for a 3-year plan, and you save 20%. That sends a really clear signal, right? They're not looking for quick transactional customers. They want stable partners who are planning for the long haul. So when you step back and look at the whole picture, what you're really seeing is a complete transformation.
It's a fundamental shift. You go from having all these disconnected systems to having total, centralized control. You move from being reactive and just putting out fires to running proactive, data-driven operations. It's the difference between just running a security company and truly commanding one.
And that leaves us with one last pretty provocative thought to chew on. When a system can track and verify operations with this level of precision, I mean live guard movements tied to timestamps, photographic evidence that a task was done, what does that mean for the future? How might that change accountability, supervision, and maybe even liability for the entire security industry?